Okay, friends. So, welcome everyone. So, today we are going to hear one of the most important topics. So, let me introduce myself and then I will introduce today's master. So, most of our friends here on the platform, yeah, welcome again. And myself, Ram, I'm living here in Germany since 3.5 years. And my life had been completely transformed since meditation entered into my life. And everything I experience, I had experienced, I am experiencing made complete sense because of my regular practice of meditation. I have started to see things, I would say, with the right eye, with the right perceptions. And my life had been completely joyful. And since then, I had been sharing the practice of meditation with everyone. So in my journey, I have met, fortunately, many masters, innumerable masters. And today, the master we are going to hear is also one of them. I'm fortunate to have her met in 2008, and we got married. And then my journey had been completely transformed. She had been a great master in my life. I learned a lot from her, always smiling and always guiding. So today she is going to talk about um, the most important topics in everyone's life, in everyone's spiritual journey. It's self-love. And this is very important, particularly talking about these present times of transformations and shift in the energies that we are all undergoing. So Madhu Gajjala, she had started her spiritual journey in the year 2010, and then she had become so wise enough that with just few days of practice of meditation, she had decided that this beauty that I have experienced from my practice of meditation, I must share with everyone. Although I do not have all the knowledge about it, I will share to everyone whatever I know. That was her wisdom. And it had transformed, I would say, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So she is also an artist, a beautiful artist, and all her designs flow through her in her practices of meditation. So, friends, without any further delay, join me in inviting our wonderful master today, Madhu Gajjala. So, master, stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Ram. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. Friends, am I able to? Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, friends, welcome again. And this is Madhu. I think Ram had shared about myself, and without any much delay, so let us get into the topic. All right. So, friends, again, self love. So, the next question I would ask you all is, what is self love? If somebody wish to answer, you can unmute yourself and you can answer. So, in your opinion, what is self love? There's an option you can unmute yourself. So, what do you think self love is?
Accepting yourself
Mm-hmm. Very true. Yes. Yes. And
and still and just love yourself for
mm-hmm.
everything. Be unconditional to yourself. Forgive yourself,
Correct.
just like we would forgive our family members or strangers or whoever. But to look deep in within for ourselves to do that.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Thank you. Thank you, Pallavi. Yes. Anybody else, friends?
Hi.
Hi, Sahir. Yes.
Self-love. It's a big issue. That's why you're doing two lectures for us. But yes, like Baladiji was just saying, to accept ourselves as we are and trying to fulfill our needs. I mean, spiritual needs
Mm-hmm.
before fulfilling or changing the outer world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for me.
Thank you. Very true. Thank you, Sahir. Yes. Thank you. So let us see what is self love. What is this? Self love is accepting yourself, right? You're accepting. Self love means caring about yourself. It means being confident and taking responsibility for yourself with all your imperfections and flaws. We all have, flaws in us. So with all the flaws, we have to accept ourselves. So before this, we go to self love. People always say that unconditional love, unconditional love. I have unconditional love towards everything, and I have unconditional love towards myself. What is this unconditional love means? Unconditional love means having no conditions within yourself or within anybody. No conditions at all. That is unconditional love. And self-love, as we are seeing here today, so self-love is nothing but we have to accept everything about us, all the flaws, all the goods, and all the bads about us. That is self-love, an unconditional love towards ourselves. Yeah. So it is that you have to respect yourself and knowing who you are. It is very important, friends. Self-love is very, very important in these times, or it is all the time, all the time self-love is very important. Because if we don't love ourselves, who else in the world will love us? We have to love ourselves. We have to care ourselves. We have to be responsible for ourselves, right? And when we do all these things, when we be responsible for ourselves, when we take care of ourselves, when we respect ourselves, we get to know who we really are, because we are accepting completely ourselves. There is no conditions at all, so we are completely accepting. So this is what is, in short, a self love is. So the next question is self love selfish? Is self love selfish? No, it is not selfish. So it's a myth that we have created for our own selves, that self love is selfish and all these things. So it's a belief system again that, if I take care of myself, people will think that I am selfish. If I take care of others, then I'm so happy, I'm selfless, or I'm doing a great justice. How can you do that? I mean, like, we always put others first. We have to take care of ourselves. When we take care of ourselves first, we can take care of the rest of the world. It is not at all selfish, friends, because people might get confused with the word self love being selfish. It is not at all selfish. It is not at all. So we have to love ourselves first, right? So we have to be loving ourselves, giving ourselves. We always give everything to everybody. We never give something to ourselves. So today, let us all give some love to ourselves. So let us all fill today with love in our hearts to our own selves. Yeah. So let me go to the next slide. Yeah. So again, if you think of others, who will think of you? Think about it. It is very important. Think about it, because we always take care of others. We always think of others. We always think what others are thinking about me, or, you need approval from others. You need really an approval from others. So it is not at all required, friends. You are good as you are. You are perfect as you are, with all your imperfections and all your flaws. So just trust in yourself. And think about it. If you think of others, who will think of you? If you don't help yourself, who will help you? Nobody will do that. So realize this fact. Realize this fact and change this thought process that, put yourself as a priority, put yourself as in the first seat, and then you see how your life transforms. And um, and the third thing is, are there any deep rooted issues that's stopping you to love yourself, like anger, guilt, jealousy? Are there any deep rooted issues? Because for me, in my case, I had all these deep rooted issues from my childhood. From my childhood, I had these issues. Maybe we do, because after practicing meditation, I have noticed them that they did exist, and now I overcame them. So, do you have any deep rooted issues that is stopping you to love yourself? Like anger. Like we always are angry about ourselves that we are not doing good. All these things. Are we? Is it really important? Is it really important to show anger to ourselves? Because imagine yourself as a little child inside, and you're showing anger to that little child of yours. Just think how the little child might be feeling. It will be feel hurted. And that little child of ours will be sitting somewhere in the deep corners. He or she won't come out and express. And the guilt, as I explained you before, if a mom gives us a chocolate once, second time we eat, and the third time if she says no, we always fall into the trap of guilt. This is just an example as a child, but after we become adult and we grow on, we have so many guilt issues that we have to overcome. That guilt issues, like some, you might have done something wrong. Everybody does mistakes. I'm not saying that we're all perfect. We do mistakes. We have to do mistakes so that we can grow from it, we can learn from it. So when you do mistakes in the past, so don't fall into the trap of this guilt. Don't fall into the trap of this guilt consciousness. If you fall into the trap of guilt consciousness, it is very hard to come out. It is very hard to have love for yourself, because you think somewhere you lack this thing. You think that you're something not suitable. And the third thing is jealousy. Jealousy for everything. You have jealous for your boss, like friend. If suppose your friend is earning a good salary, or like he's doing great in his studies, academics, or anything, we feel jealous. I did that. I felt that. Because where does this jealousy come from? It comes from childhood. Your relatives will say, "Oh, look at your cousin. She's doing very good. You're having a bad score." Then the comparison starts. When the comparison starts, all the jealousy will come out. The jealousy, you feel that you're not worth enough. So these things, are there any deep rooted issues more than this? So we have to look at it. If there are any friends, so you have to take it out, you have to face it, you have to see, you have to face it, and you have to take it out, because that is not doing any good to you. And remember, it is just a thought away. It is just a thought away. The moment you think that now I see this guilt, or I see this jealousy in me, or I see this anger and hatred in me, the moment you see it, it is very easy to bring it out. The moment you say, I don't have any guilt, or I'm not a jealousy person, or I'm not an angry person. So when you say that, you will not come out of this. Only when you acknowledge that they do exist in yourself, then you can come out of it. If you don't acknowledge them, you can never come out of it. Yeah. And with this, I want to ask you, friends, apart from these, there are many, the list can go on and on. I want to ask you all, are there any deep rooted issues that is blocking you to love yourself? You can share your views on this. As I said, it will be a more interaction session, because it will be nice to interact, so than having a monologue. Yeah, so you can go ahead, unmute yourself, and you can share what you feel.
Hi.
Hi, Pratibha. Yes, yes, Pratibha.
Yeah. Actually, I feel that I'm stuck in anger
Mm. Mm. Yes.
because I always say I feel so. I'll advise or suggest something. They don't accept. I'll
Mm-hmm.
get angry. Why they are not accepting me? Because though I'm giving a good suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
so I get so much of anger because of that.
It's yes, yes, yes. The feeling of rejection.
Mm,
Yes, yes. So this is what Pratibha. What I did is like we have to come into the mode of acceptance. Acceptance. Why we have? I mean, it comes with practice. I mean, like we will get into that subjects tomorrow. Ways to come out of this issues, the deep rooted issues. I'll be explaining it more tomorrow. So what you have said is very true. The feeling of rejection. If somebody says something, we say, like we always take it. If I say something, so nobody will take it. Like this feeling of like feeling low self-esteem, and once it happens, two times it happens, and the third time it just keeps on going, and then we start to hate ourselves, get angry about ourselves. Oh, why I did expressed what I want to express, maybe I shouldn't have expressed. So but Pratibha, I would recommend that you did your part. You did your part in sharing what you feel is right, and whether them taking it or not, it depends on them. So wonderful. Thank you for sharing your view on this. And friends, let's move on to the next one, which is challenges. So the first challenge we have is someone else will provide a solution, because we always seek solution from outside. We always seek answers from outside. So as I told you, we always put others as a priority than ourselves. We want everything from outside, but we don't realize that everything is within us. We don't realize that. So, and someone will have the answer. This is again, someone else will do better than I do, because this is always we feel the same thing, like, oh, my colleague, he knows so many things. Though you know so many things, you don't accept yourself, and you think that somebody else is doing great things than you. So these are the challenges we have, and the big one is, I am not good enough. This is the biggest challenge we have. I'm not good enough. We always say this to everybody, or we always say to ourselves that I'm not good enough. No, I cannot do this. You put limitations, you put boundaries to yourself. You put really a boundaries to yourself that you cannot do it. I'm not good enough. Or I'll ask answers from somebody else, or somebody else will be having the solution. So these are the challenges we have to overcome. We have to come out of it. So realize this, accept that you all have this, we all have these challenges. I'm not saying in personal, but I'm saying I also had these challenges. I sometimes still have these challenges, but each time these challenges come up, I just shift my thought process. I just say, no, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking like that? Why am I limiting myself? I will just do what I can do. If I don't know something, it's okay, but at least I attempt, right? So these are the challenges we have, and the fears we have. One of the ways to self love is to move out of fear. Fear stops us, friends. Fear really stops us. If someone wants to share, do share, because what are the fears? Because you have as we had Pratibha ji sharing her like view on anger. So if somebody has any fears, like deep rooted issues, like we had challenges, now we had all these things. So if somebody has fears, so please, if you have any fears, do express them. And for example, the fear of failure, the fear of I am not good enough. So these are also again deep rooted fears, that you always rely on others, or you feel that approval from others. These are also a kind of fears that we all have. Yes, Pallavi ji. Yes, Pallavi, go ahead.
I have a fear of failure,
Yeah.
and I still struggle with it. I mean, I'm in meditation for about 2.5 months now, but yeah, I'm working on it. And I would like to know how else I can grow
Mm-hmm.
to come out
Yes.
of it. So
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy that you shared, because it is very important that we share. There is nothing that we can be shameful of ourselves, because it is okay to have fears. Everybody have fears, and everybody have these deep rooted issues. Like we're all not perfect. If we are perfect, then there is no growth at all. So yes, thank you for sharing regarding these how to come out of the fears, how to experience self love. So I'll be explaining it tomorrow. There are
okay,
beautiful ways how to come out of it, and how to embrace ourselves, and how to accept ourselves. Yeah,
awesome.
thank you so much, Pallavi, and for coming and sharing that you have this fear. This is the bravest thing, like to come up and share. Yes, I have this fear. Now I want to know how to let go of it. So that's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu.
Thank you. Yes. So, friends, as a topic, fear and all these things, we will be discussing how to come out of it tomorrow, right? And think the trust is the most important thing. Trust. What does trust mean? Trust means like you have to completely know what exactly is happening inside you. Trust that everything is fine. Trust that everything is, if something is not fine, also trust that and express it. Trust your feelings, trust your emotions, trust your intuitions. They always speak the truth, right? Trust yourself. Trust yourself. It's okay. You don't need to wait for others, or you don't need to think about others that they have to trust you. No, first of all, you have to trust yourself. I have to trust myself. I have to trust my feelings. I have to say, oh, I am angry. That means I'm angry. I have to express my anger, if it is the right anger, not for silly reasons. And if I have any kind of emotions, if I feel sad, I have to express that I'm sad. I should not keep it to myself. If I have some strong intuitions that I have to do something like that, we should not postpone it, or we should not wait for it to come. Okay, somebody will come and somebody will tell me that, okay, you do it. No, you have to, the moment you have all these feelings, emotions, and intuitions, just work on it instantly. Don't postpone it. Just trust that everything you are doing at that moment is perfect, even if it is an anger, even if that is sadness, even that is love, even that is any kind of emotion. Just trust in yourself. Trust in yourself that you're doing good. This is the most important thing to experience self love. This is one of the most important thing to experience self love. Only when you trust your feelings, only when you trust your emotions, only when you trust your intuitions, you can experience self love, because you're truthful to yourself. Yeah. And it's not what you are that holds you back. See this, friends. It is not what you are that holds you back. It is what you think you are is holding you back. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? That we always think that we are this, but we are something else actually. We are a great divine being. We are all gods. We don't realize that we put all the layers. We covered ourselves, because again, it's not, we should not put a blame on ourselves. It just happened that we have layered ourselves. Don't again go into the guilt consciousness and all these things. So it just happened. Don't judge yourself. So it just happened. So now it is the time to let go of all these layers, open all these curtains. All these times you have closed yourself, you have curtain by curtain, so that there is no light which is coming in. You cannot see the beauty outside because everything is dark inside. Now it is a time to open the curtains layer by layer, working on our deep rooted issues, working on our challenges. Let us open all the curtains and see the light. See the light within us, and you see the light outside. And then you say, yes, I am this divine being. I love myself. Only when we work on all these things, we can experience the real love, because all the other things are conditioning. All the other things are not us. It is just layered up. That's it. Now it is very easy to let go of them. Now it is very easy to remove them. Yeah. Regardless of the situations. I'm sorry, friends. Regardless of the situations that you have in your life, the most important thing is treat yourself well. That's the most important thing. You see here the picture? You have to water yourself. You see a plant, for example, you have a plant, you bring all the plant into your home, and for example, you don't water it, you don't take care of it properly. What does that plant do? It just waits, and it dies. Isn't it, friends? Isn't it? We need to water the plant every day so that it will grow nicely. You see all green, you see everything, the beauty of the plant, how it is coming out. Each day you open your eyes and come to see the plant, and it's a new leaf is coming out, and you see the flower is blooming. So it's the same way. We need to water ourselves, we need to charge ourselves, we need to treat ourselves. We need to treat ourselves very well. That's the most important thing. Treating ourselves is not selfish again. Treating ourselves with all the good thoughts, treating ourselves that we are good, we are wonderful beings. So these are the things that we have to keep on boosting ourselves. It's not a boosting, is not an ego thing. I'm not saying an ego boosting. I'm saying that you lift yourself up by removing all these layers, all these curtains that you had closed yourself with. Yeah. And the next thing, the exercise. So now I want you all to write what are your dislikes and likes about others. The first thing you have to write likes and dislikes about others. So now I will give you 2 minutes. In these 2 minutes, you can write the likes and dislikes about others. Like suppose I don't like my boss because he's so angry person, or I don't like my car because it is so small. I like my pet because it always be there with me, or I like my watch because it's smart watch. It gives me all the information of how much running I'm doing and all these things. So whatever it is, so you put all the likes and dislikes about the outside, which is not you, outside of yourself. So you'll be given 2 minutes, friends. Just list it down. Just close your eyes and just see what are the likes and dislikes about others apart from yourself. Just 2 minutes. It is very important, friends. It is very important to know the likes and dislikes, what you feel about others. I will also do the exercise with you. Are you done, friends? All right. If somebody wish to share, yes, Sahar, go ahead.
Yes, Madhu. Before I start naming the things, I won't name people, but as I was writing the list right now, I, I've seen the things that we don't like in the other people. Sometimes we do it, sometimes. So, but you don't really like these behaviors or these attitudes from being, I mean, from a person that is repeating this thing,
Mm-hmm.
like lying too much,
Mm-hmm.
being so selfish,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that are not direct when they want something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, the rigid opinions when you discuss something with someone and just has some words in his mind and keep repeating it without thinking, and being not considerate for other people's emotions and states and so on,
Mm-hmm.
or not accepting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sahar, for opening up and sharing your views on this. And it is very important. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, friend.
Sorry, Madhu, this is Usha. I didn't had so much time to put my entire name. So yeah, while I was writing down, yeah, it's like I was portraying myself. Probably I wrote down that, okay, sometimes I don't like people when they are judging uh,
Girls.
without knowing the situation.
Usha.
Maybe
Yes, Usha.
even it is also similar. Maybe even I'm doing the same. And at the same time, I also feel that some people tend to give suggestions or like free advices, though don't we never asked for, and they try to blame you. For example, if they suggested something and I have done something on my own,
Mm-hmm.
and probably at later point I am in trouble because I did not take the advice, I did not follow the advice, and then they come back and say, "See, I told you, but you did not listen to me."
Mm.
So probably even I don't know if I reflect that, maybe even I'm doing the same. Maybe they feel the same that I'm giving them free suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is what I need to check, because now once we write it down, it's like a mirror image. Maybe
Right.
even I'm doing that.
Right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Usha. Yes. What you
Thank you,
said.
Madhu. Thank you for
Very
giving this
good.
exercise.
Yes.
You gave us or gave me a chance to know myself better, rather.
Yes.
Thank you so
So
much.
we will know more about ourselves better.
That's true. That's true.
We think that we are that, but we are not that.
No, exactly.
So
Now,
yeah.
when I jot down, I know what I am.
Yes. So
Thank you, Madhu.
thank you, Usha. So friends, the second task with this topic is now you write what you like about yourself and what you dislike about yourself. This is very interesting. Just close your eyes and see what you like in yourself. And what is that thing which is bothering you to dislike yourself? This is very, very important exercise, friends, because sometimes we think that it's nothing, but it these kind of exercises means a lot. When we put into writing, we see a lot of things. So, anybody wants to share what they noticed in the likes and dislikes about yourself?
I
Madhu,
haven't gotten to the dislike.
sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, yes. Yes, Pallavi. Yeah, go ahead, Pallavi.
I haven't gotten to the dislikes of me yet, but I kind of know.
Okay.
But for likes, I love that I care about others.
Mm-hmm.
I love helping,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that I'm always there,
Mm-hmm.
whoever needs me.
That's
And I always have the best intentions.
mm-hmm.
Best intentions.
Wonderful. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So you know what you dislike about yourself. That's the most important.
Yes.
That's it. That's when you know it, that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, Sahar.
Yes, Madhu.
Yes,
That
Sahar.
question cannot be answered in 2 minutes.
I know. I
You
know.
can spend days talking about this. It's like judging ourselves
Right.
without any intention to judge ourselves. But when we sit down and try to make a list of what we like and what we don't like about ourselves, we will have to judge ourselves
Mm,
sometimes. But
mm,
for myself, something I like about myself since I was young, the creativity and imagination or improvisation, even in music.
mm, mm,
Um, being not able to remember things in details for a long time
mhm,
was a virtue for me to improvise, to
mm,
overcome this by improvising and creating.
mm,
um, I like to help people. I know that everyone will say that we love to help people, we are honest and so on, but it's not a shame to say this.
mm,
But being indecisive or spend too long time to decide maybe one minor thing until the chance is over
mm,
is a big thing.
mm,
And also being sarcastic with the people I love is not a really a good thing, but I still have it, but it's reduced with meditation
mm,
and fear of making mistakes or not being good enough of what I do.
mm,
But recently, it's just show what you have, or I tell myself this: show what you have, and if it's not good enough, it is okay. Not anybody in the world have the perfect thing. So, but this is what I'm trying to convince myself. But I will stop there, and I won't continue with the list because of the time. So, thank you so much, Madhu.
No, thank you. Thank you, Sahar. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing. It is very important to share.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, friends, now you see what is the common thing in likes and dislikes about others and likes and dislikes about yourself. So, do you find anything which is common?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, yes, Basavi. Yes, go ahead, Basavi. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Basavi, go ahead. Yeah.
Can I talk in Telugu?
Yes, I will translate. Yes, please.
Yeah, యాక్చువల్లీ లైక్స్ ఏమంటా అంటే ఎవరిదైనా ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు నేను సైలెన్స్ అయిపోయి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తాను కదా.
Mm.
నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే నా దగ్గర ఉన్న నాలెడ్జ్ అందరికీ షేర్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాను అనమాట.
Mm-hmm.
నెక్స్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ లైక్స్లో ఏంటంటే నా దగ్గర ఉన్నది ఎంత వాల్యూ అయినా ఇచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటాను. ఇంకా వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఐ నెవర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్, నేను
Mm.
ఇచ్చింది వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఇంకా ఏమీ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయను ఇంకా.
Mm. Wonderful. That's good.
దాట్స్ మై లైక్స్ అక్క. అండ్ హెల్పింగ్ అదర్స్ ఇట్స్ మై హాబీ.
Yes.
ఎప్పుడు హ్యాపీ ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడు హెల్పింగ్ అదర్స్ అనేది నాకు చాలా హ్యాపీ అనిపిస్తుంది.
Mm. Mm.
దట్స్ ఇట్ అక్క. దట్స్ మై లైక్స్.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing, Basvi. So it
థ్యాంక్
is
యూ.
also very important to know your dislikes as well. So as Sahar was telling here, it is not. It is in a way kind of judging ourselves because judging for a betterment in the sense it's not like a degrading ourselves. It's like it is very important now because when we know what we are inside going through, then we can work upon it.
యా
So
ఓకే.
So thank you for sharing, Basvi, that that you like to help others, and you don't expect anything from others in return. You do your best to give. So thank you for sharing. That's really wonderful. And and yes, friends, did you find any notice? Did you find any commonalities in your likes and dislikes about yourself and others? Because for me, I have so many commonalities, because what is here is what is outside. So whatever I'm going through, suppose I'm angry, because I see anger everywhere. So do you see something like that? Or if I'm feeling love, I experience love outside as well. So do you see some kind of commonalities like that?
Yes, for me, I found common positives and negatives, but I will say only one from both.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I compare this to my friends and the people or my colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
So the most thing that I cherish in them, and at the same time in me, if I do it, is to be considerate for the other people's emotions and feelings. This is the main thing that I love about some certain people. And if I do it, if I notice it in myself, I feel really happy that I caught myself doing it, being considerate.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the thing in me and the other people that I don't like, maybe in their issues, it's to be procrastinating or indecisive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, at least one thing in common is very important. That's good that you have shared. So, friends, this is one of the beautiful exercises that I want you all to keep on doing it every now and then, so that you can reflect upon what is happening inside you. So you cannot change outside, but you can at least change inside. This is my opinion, and it's not about others. It's always about us. So if we are content, if we are happy, and if we are doing what we have to do, then then that's it. We are justifying our true feelings. We are justifying that we are accepting ourselves completely, because we have to do it. As here Basvi was sharing, and other few friends were sharing, that we do things without expecting anything. So when we expect something from outside, we always fall into the misery, that if something doesn't go well according to our design, then we think that, oh, this shouldn't have happened. So then you fall again into this trap of sadness and this guilt. So this exercise will help us to know more about ourselves and to accept others, right? So to accept others as well. So please keep on doing this exercise every now and then. I recommend this. And with this, let me go to the next slide. So let us all embrace and accept ourselves. When we embrace ourselves, when we accept ourselves, we can accept everybody and everything in the entire world. Only when we embrace ourselves, when we accept ourselves, when we love ourselves, when we take care of ourselves, we can accept everything, whatever is happening outside. Yeah. And this wonderful quote of Buddha says, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection." We always love to give our love and affection to others. We always love to give affection to our children, wives, husband, and all these things. But we don't take care of ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't give affection to ourselves. Imagine yourself as this little kid. Imagine yourself as this little kid, and that little kid is yearning for love, yearning for care. So you always rejected this little kid, thinking that you're doing good for others outside. So please look at this little kid inside yourself. So this little kid is not, it's not something outside ourselves. This is the self. This is the self. Here we are speaking about self love. Self love is not Madhu or living in Germany or the tags. No tags. Self is the one which is inside us. So now let us go to that self of ours and let us embrace that self. Just give a hug to ourselves, accepting everything, and shower our love and affection to that one which is inside us, which is very, very important. Again, I would like to say, if you love yourself, then you can love everybody in the entire universe. If you think that you love yourself, and that's what you think, because you think that you are loving others, you are actually not loving others as well, because you're not loving yourself. So the love, everything starts from within. Only when you have this love and affection and care towards yourself, you can care about others, be affectionate towards others, and taking care of others. Right? This is the beautiful quotation of this Buddha. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. You deserve love. Don't expect it from others. My suggestion is you give love to yourself. Yeah. And story time, because that's my favorite part. I love to tell stories. So many of my friends here who joined today, they know this story which I'm going to share, but I would like to share it again once more. So I want you all to just close your eyes while I'm sharing this story. And the story goes like, once there was this king in ancient China. He was sad. He was not knowing the reason why he's sad, why he's depressed. The minister sees the king like that. And the minister goes to the king and asks, "Hey, king, I know that you're very fond of arts. Let's bring 3 great artists from China to paint on inner peace, because that is what the king is lacking. So let's bring the artists from China to make the concept of inner peace or tranquility." So the 3 artists come and then they start to paint. Once they finish the painting, the king goes and watches with the minister. The first painting, he looks, it's a beautiful river. And the king says, "Wow, it is so beautiful. Wow, how calm it is." Then the king goes to the second painting. When he goes to the second painting, he sees a snowscape. It's all white. It's all good. The king was awestruck and he says, "Wow, this is it. This is the painting, because everything is white, everything is pure." And he says that. And before he goes to the third painting, the minister interrupts. He says, "King, I think this artist did not understand what or what inner peace is. So let us discard this painting and choose from these 2." The king insisted, "No, I want to go and see." So the king went and the king saw the painting and he said to the minister to watch again. So when they watched it, they saw that there was this huge waterfall, and next to the waterfall there is this tree, and on that tree there is this bird with her baby sleeping happily in the nest. And the king says, "Look, minister, look, what did you see?" "Yes, yes, king, now I accept it." Friends, here, to that little bird and her babies, the waterfall is so huge, but still it is able to sleep. They're able to sleep peacefully and happily. So getting back to the first and the second examples or the arts, the first river, though it is so beautiful looking outside, but deep down there are so much of currents. So that's not the king waiting for. So it's like creating a facade that everything is calm from outside, but inside you are harboring lot of emotions and lot of thoughts. That's not inner peace. That's not true tranquility. And the second thing is a snowscape. Like as if you close yourself in a room and with a glass soundproof thing, and you see everything. You think that everything is okay, but Remember that snow can melt anytime, and it will just flow, and afterwards it will be very dirty. And the real tranquility is the external thing. This shouldn't matter. When you have peace within yourself, the external thing will never bother you. Only when you have peace within, you see peace outside. So that's what the king understood, that friends, it is very important. Each time you are feeling that you're lacking this peace or something is disturbing you, remember this bird and the babies sleeping peacefully on the nest next to the waterfall. They're keeping the cool, they're keeping calm, they're just there, they're accepting everything. That is inner peace, that is true tranquility. When you do that, when you experience that, you see the oh beauty outside, you see, you accept everything outside. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite stories. And friends, if you have any questions, we can go with the questions, or yeah, if somebody wants to share anything, we can go ahead with the sharing. And tomorrow I'll be explaining more about the ways of experiencing self-love, because today I just wanted to give you the glimpse of what self-love is, what are the challenges, and what are the fears. And yeah, so if somebody wants to share anything, or if you have any questions, or if you want to know how it has to be tomorrow, what you want to know from tomorrow's session, you can just say it out loud so that I can work on that.
Madhu,
Yes, Sahar.
I know that one huge aspect of self-love is to drop bad habits in the perspective of self-love, not to have destructive habits. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I won't say positive, bad, good. I won't label anything, but let's say it affects us negatively.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the only way to overcome these habits for anybody, for me, for other people, is to love ourselves more.
Mm-hmm.
So I know my question will be the whole two lectures, or will take will be answered from you
Mm-hmm.
in the next lecture. But I was just making sure that will we reach these points,
Mm-hmm.
because in times we say we love ourselves and so on, and we keep doing the destructive things.
Yeah.
So this shows that we don't love ourselves completely. We didn't reach this.
Mm.
So I'm speaking for myself. Some habits I want to stop and so on, but actually, when I look deep into myself,
Mm.
no, I'm doing the damage with my own hands,
Mm.
and I'm not conscious about it. Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm aware about it, and I know this is bad and so on. But like someone wise was saying to one us was asking a question about the same thing. He said, if you see that it's bad, I think it was Eckhart Tolle, you would be stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we just what I'm saying is sometimes we say about some habits that it's bad, but deep inside we see that we deserve it.
Mm.
This is what I see in myself, or the analyzation as another self or another person that is neutral looking at this case.
Mm.
Okay, you know
Mm.
what I mean? To be
Yes.
neutral while we look about things, it shows you some things like this.
Mm.
So, will we be doing this, Madhu?
Yes, we will be covering most of what you have said, Sahar, tomorrow, because
Yeah,
yes, the exercises, because listening to topics is very, it's good, but implementing it is very important. Tomorrow we will know the ways how to implement it. Whatever you have
yeah,
said today, we will implement it, because as my master Patriji says, there are 5 E's. I like to speak about the 5 E's every time in all the sessions. The first E is experimenting, and the second E is experiencing, and the third E is enlightening, and the fourth E is evolving, and the fifth E is enjoying. So we have to experiment. So whatever we have heard today and tomorrow, or any other wonderful master sharing their wisdom, what we have to do is experiment. oh, they've done it and they're experiencing this self-love. So let me also try it. Let me try to do it for a week, or let me try to do it for 40 days and see how where it is taking me. So then you will have an experience. When you have an experience, you have an enlightening about it. Like you have a light upon it, that you gain something, you gain some knowledge about it, and then from there you evolve, and at the end you enjoy. So tomorrow, this is what I'm going to share, that the ways how to come out of this thing, these judgments, this trap that we have created, the belief systems that we have created, that how to come out of it. I'll be explaining it tomorrow. So thank you, Sahar, for asking. And yes, I have yes, Sahar. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just want to, after you finish, to repeat the 5 E's. You always mention it to us, but I want to write it
Yes.
down this time after you finish. Okay.
Okay.
And
So
thank
the
you.
first E is experiment. And the second is experience. When you experiment, you have an experience. When you experience, you have an enlightenment. And with this, you evolve. And the fifth is enjoy. At the end, you enjoy.
Okay, thank you so much, Madhu.
Thank you. Thank you for asking, Sahar. Yes. So here, friends, in our chat, they have written, though I want to accept the tough situation, sometimes I fail. How to overcome it? Yes. So tomorrow we will discuss, Mamtaji. Yes, it is very difficult to. For me, it was very difficult initially to face the tough situations, and how to come out of it. It was very bothering me, but I will know the tools. I will give you the tools tomorrow how to overcome it. It is not very difficult at all. So if I overcame it, anybody in the whole world can overcome it. And Summer, yes, self-love and the fine string between it and ego. So as I explained, Summer, because we always think that self-love is selfish, or ego. Selfish is where ego comes in. So self-love is not that. Self-love is taking care of yourself. So imagine, like, like all the mothers do. You see all the mothers, what they do, they go into the kitchen, they cook the food, and they serve the husband, and they serve the kid, and at the end, the mother doesn't eat, because she's very happy thinking that she's doing all the great things to the kid, and to the kids, and the husband. So she's not really taking care of herself. So because we are brought up in such a way that we always have to take care of others, but we always put ourselves as a backseat, as I told earlier. So we have to do it. When we do it, it doesn't mean that we are selfish, or we are in the ego. No, we are not, because we are really taking care of ourselves, because which is very important. So once what happened, when I was in Egypt, my master, he came to Egypt, and we were all in the dining table, and we cooked food, and everything was there, and everybody ate, and everything was finished. And my master asked me, Patriji asked me, "Did you eat?" I said, "No, Patriji, I did not eat." Then he looked in an angry face, and he said to me, "Do you think that you are a great person? Do you think that you are doing good?" Because how then this thing clicked in me, that I'm hurting myself. I'm so hungry, but I did not listen to my feelings. I did not. I thought I'm doing great things, because we always do that. We always do that. And again, again, you're not. You're thinking about others than yourself. So, friends, if at all you're hungry, if at all there is anything that you can do for yourself, trust your feelings. First, fill yourself, fill your cup, and then you can fill others' cup. So, being hungry and just thinking that you're doing great thing is not right. So that day I've realized that I have to take care of myself. If I don't take care of myself, no one else in the world will take care of me. No one will ask me, "Did you eat?" I'll be starving and I'll be suffering. Whom am I giving trouble to? I'm giving trouble to myself. So which is not right. We always think about others. We have to think about ourselves, which is what is self-love is. We have to really think about ourselves. And somewhere it is not at all ego. Self-love is there, as you said, it is a fine string between self-love and ego that we always uh, get like confused. But self-love is not at all ego based. It is completely pure love based. So thank you for putting this question. And I forgot to share this story of the mothers and about myself, and your question reminded me to share this. Thank you once again. And yes, Bhattalakshmi ji, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself, and you can share.
Yeah, good evening, Madhu.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, very nice class. This is myself, Bharat Lakshmi from India, Vijayawada. So, just I missed about the 5 E's that what you said earlier.
Okay.
You may kindly repeat, no?
Sure. Yes, the first
Thank you.
is the first
Yeah,
is experiment. You have to
yeah, okay.
experiment. And the second is experience. When you experiment,
Ex-
you have an experience.
Yeah, okay.
And the third is enlightenment.
Enlightenment, okay.
Yes. And the fourth is evolution.
Okay,
And the fifth is enjoyment.
okay. At the time of evolution,
Mm-hmm.
if we are missing and we are diverted into some other calculations, missing this enjoyment, because loving others and take care about others, missing ourselves,
Yes.
is experiment and experience all over, and like at the time of enlightenment also over. At the stage of evaluation, how could we have to evaluate and
It's
how can we come to enjoyment?
it's not evaluation, it is evolution. Evolution is, that means growth. You grow.
Okay,
Because
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes,
Hmm.
it's not
Hmm.
we should not evaluate the situation anytime. We should always accept the situations, accept ourselves, and accept the whatever is happening outside. So the first thing is experiment, because tomorrow we will be knowing the ways of how to love ourselves. So we will do an experiment. First of all, oh yeah, Madhu said
Okay.
something. Madhu had experimented it. So let me also do an experiment. So when you
Okay.
experiment, you will have an experience. Oh yes, Madhu shared that this gave her this experience. So I'm experiencing something different. So you will have your
Okay.
own experience. When you have your own
Hmm.
experience, you have an enlightenment about it. Enlightenment is nothing but a light on it. The light is
Yes.
nothing but a knowledge of it.
Okay.
And from that you evolve, you grow, because you have an understanding about all these things, because you have experimented it, you have experienced it, and you have a knowledge about it. And you grow from the one which you did not experience. Now that you have experienced, you have some knowledge about it, and at the end you enjoy. Even if it is a good experience or a bad experience, you will enjoy it, but at least you will be happy that you have attempted to experiment it. Because
Okay.
without, many people without experimenting, they come to a conclusion saying that, oh, it's just nothing. Because I was like that. I was thinking that, oh, I what does meditation bring? Meditation doesn't bring anything. Just I just came into a conclusion.
Hmm.
Only when I experimented it, I have an
Hmm.
experience, and after
Hmm.
experience I have an enlightenment, and then evolution, and then enjoyment. Now you see, I'm enjoying life to the fullest.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I hope I have answered your question.
Sorry?
I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. No doubts. I got it. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much. Thank you. Yeah. Friends, anybody else?
Hello.
Yes, Bashwin. Yeah.
Actually, I have small Odaka.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, నేను
యాక్చువల్లీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ నాన్ వెజిటేరియన్స్ కూడా ఉంటారన్నమాట.
Hmm.
యాక్చువల్లీ వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఏంటంటే వెంటనే నాన్ వెజ్ చూసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు తింటున్నప్పుడు వెంటనే కోపం అనేది ఎక్కువ వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట.
Okay.
ఆ కోపం అనేది కూడా ఐ కాంట్ కంట్రోల్ ఇట్. వెంటనే ఆ ప్లేస్ నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోవడం కానీ, లేకపోతే అక్కడ రిలేషన్షిప్ దెబ్బతిండడం కానీ, లేకపోతే అక్కడ వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడడం కానీ ఇది అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ప్రాబ్లం.
Yes. So this is what you have to do is basically you have to accept everything. So you cannot change outside. So our friend Basvi is telling that if somebody is eating non-vegetarian food, he is not feeling comfortable and he's getting angry immediately. So what I would tell you, Basvi, is accept whatever is happening outside you. So you cannot change the situation. You can simply move out of that situation. So don't judge others. So when it is a time for them to stop non-veg, they will stop non-veg, or you educate them without having anger emotion towards it. The more you get angry towards that situation, nobody is going to benefit out of it. So you have to be peaceful. Only when you are peaceful and when you explain things, they will understand it. Right? This is my understanding.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So friends, let us do a meditation for some time, because I like to end the session with meditations, because that is one of the ways, one of the beautiful ways to experience self-love through my experience. So with this, let us all dive into the meditation. So I want you all to close your eyes once again. There will be some soft music which will be played, and just embrace yourself. Just cross your hands, fingers into fingers. Cross your legs. Close your eyes. And just become one with your breath. Whatever we have heard today about the self-love, that matter love, let us all go to that part, deeper part of ourselves. Without any limitations, without any judgments. Let us all bring that kid, the inner child within us, by holding the little finger, saying to the child in us, from now on, I will be truthful to you. I will be taking care of you. I will make sure that you are secured, you are safe. Just feel, whenever you're saying these words to yourself, how are you feeling? Are you feeling love? Are you feeling that the inner child of yourself is hugging back? It is very important, friends. It is very important to connect to ourselves. And a beautiful way to connect to ourselves is by connecting with our breath, our natural breath. Your breath will realize you. That you are a wonderful being. Your breath will make you stay in the present and accept everything. Just be with your breath. No thoughts, no judgments, nothing. Drop all these things. These things shouldn't bother you. The moment you have these kind of thoughts, say to the thought, it's not the time for you. I'll get back to you later. Let me connect with myself. You make peace with it. And slowly the thoughts disappear. Just your natural breath, friends. The moment you are with your breath, the thoughts cease to exist. Just become one with your breath. Natural, soft, tender, and tranquil breath. Bring back your awareness to your physical body. Let us all express our gratitude to our own selves. Let us all give a promise to our own selves that we will take care of ourselves from now on. Let us all understand that life is so beautiful. And we will not complicate our life. We will be in complete bliss with our own selves. Last 30 seconds, friends. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may take off your hands and open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a beautiful meditation. And if somebody wishes to share their experience, you can go ahead. Or if you are still in that state, please continue. All right, friends. So for tomorrow, as I told you earlier, we will be having ways. We'll be having the steps to reach to ourself, to reach to how to experience our self-love. Yeah. So it will be more interaction again. I love to interact. It is very important that we share our views. And yeah. So thank you for joining today. And I hope you all had a glimpse of what self-love is. And we are all on the same boat. And I'm glad that you all joined, that we are traveling. And in this, we all support each other. Let us all support each other to say, okay, now we have to go this way, that way, this is the right direction. So let us all direct each one of us here, like for ourselves. So let us all be connected once again tomorrow, like we did today. And more learnings, more listenings, and more love to all. Namaste.